John knelt at the altar, the silence of the church weighing on him. His heart had been restless for months. "Is this what you want from me?" he whispered, staring at the crucifix above. He had a good life, a comfortable job, but something inside urged him toward more. That night, John felt a gentle nudge in his heart, the unmistakable call to mission. He knew what he had to do. John hugged his family tightly at the airport gate. His mother's eyes were filled with tears, but she smiled. "We're proud of you, John." The weight of what he was leaving behind hit him hard, his family, friends, and the familiarity of home. The scorching sun beat down on John as he arrived at the mission site. He had imagined himself teaching, building, and helping, but the reality was harder. The language barrier was real, the heat oppressive, and he felt out of place. One afternoon, as he taught a group of children how to write their names in English, a young girl smiled up at him. "Thank you," she said in her native tongue, the first word she had spoken to him. John's heart swelled. In that moment, all the struggle felt worth it. He realized that mission wasn't about grand gestures, but the small, everyday acts of love. John stood in the bustling marketplace, trying to buy supplies for the mission. He thought he had learned enough of the local language, but when he tried to communicate, the vendor's expression shifted from confusion to frustration. young boy was rushed to the small clinic, where John occasionally volunteered. He ran to find a local nurse, who calmly began treating the boy. John assisted as best as he could, learning under pressure. As the night wore on, the boy's condition improved. John's heart filled with gratitude, knowing that his presence in the village was part of a greater team effort. It wasn't about being a hero, but about supporting those around him in times of need. Months had passed, and the village held a special gathering to celebrate a successful harvest. John had been working alongside the villagers in the fields, and tonight, they treated him as one of their own. The day finally came when John had to leave the village. The farewell was bittersweet. Villagers gathered to see him off, and the children gave him small gifts they had made. The elders blessed him with words of wisdom, and the nurse who had helped him in the clinic embraced him, thanking him for his dedication. John promised to return one day, though he wasn't sure when. Back in his hometown, John found himself speaking at his church's mission group. He shared stories of his time in the village, the challenges, the joy, the relationships he had built. As he spoke, he realized that his mission wasn't confined to a faraway place. He felt called to help others see that everyone has a role to play in serving others, whether at home or abroad. The mission had taught him that service is a way of living, and now, John was ready to inspire others to take their own first step.